Hiya guys, this is Unders and I'm coming in with a little video for you today just because I've discovered a new little freebie plugin from a company called Auburn or Auburn, I'm not entirely sure, but it's really great and it's worth grabbing for free because it has a couple of features that exist in plugins you would normally pay for and they work really well. So I just quickly want to say that if this is the sort of video you find this helpful, you'd like to see more reviews of currently what I'm doing, please subscribe to the channel and pop a like. It really helps me building up the channel. So let's have a little look at Panagement, if we can get you to open up. Cool, so we've got Panagement, okay, from Auburn, I'm not entirely sure here. It's a freebie plugin that allows you to upgrade to a full version. Okay, so in this free version you get access to this distance and width control over here. You're also able to use the wet dry, adjust the output and a couple of other little bits. If you want to get more into it using the mono stereo features and the LFO, that's where you end up having to come pay for it. So I've got a remix here that I did a couple of years ago. I've just grabbed this because it's got some vocals that I pushed right to the back and got a bit of movement on, and I just want to show you that you can achieve the same sort of thing with this a lot easier than I have, because the vocals here are about 4 different channels and then they go into a mixed channel and it's a lot of work. This does some little magic and voodoo, which is pretty awesome, especially for a freebie. So let's have a quick listen to the track and I'll just mute this. You can hear what it sounds. Lovely, right? So we've got lots of vocals washing in and out. They're sat back in the mix. If you've got speakers on, they should be sort of all around, a little bit off to the sides. If you've got headphones on, they should feel like they're almost sat behind you in that particular section. Now, with this Panagement plugin, if we take just the vocals, click it on here. So if you listen to this near bypass and then dip bit here, it does a little bit more than just adjust the gain. So yeah, so I don't know if you can entirely hear what's going on, but when you're pulling it back, it's dipping upper mids to highs as well. So sort of pulling it backwards a little bit in the mix. When you're pushing it past the bypass as well, it's pushing the tops up a little bit, making it a bit more present for you. And that's just a nice little technique. It's something you can do with gain and EQ and yourself, which is similar to what's going on in the track here already. But it's just there in one fader. It might not give you exactly what you want, but for the sake of one fader, it's gonna make moving something you want back for a second or two nice and easy. Now, equally, I've got the width control going on a little bit here. If we have a little listen to that, one thing I will say about this, it takes keyboard focus, so you need to keep clicking away onto Logic, which I keep forgetting to do. So if you're selected on here and you tap your space bar like in Habit you always would, it doesn't do anything because it's taking keyboard focus away, and it's the only plugin I've come across where you can't get it to not take keyboard focus. But hey, it's a freebie and it's worth it still. Let's have a little look here. Fab, so you hear that it's going from complete mono straight down the middle to splitting the sides apart, which is something I'll quite often use Wave's S1 imager for, or sometimes even the ADT, artificial double tracking. It's just there in one knob and it's a freebie. Absolutely brilliant. Another great little thing I noticed about this is you can actually grab this tool here and move things around and work out what it is you want, and it combines a couple of features. We'll have a little look at that in action. That's really nice because it's combining the far and near fader as well as the binaural pan here. That's a nice little touch. What would be even better if you could activate automation and move that around and it recorded. Unfortunately it doesn't. You have to record the fader and the binaural pan separately, but you can get the idea of what you want to go and how you're going to position it and how it sits, which is really nice. To be honest, they are the main features. The other thing that's quite nice is the little mono switch, just for testing whether or not you've ruined your stereo balance and you're just going to completely blank it out when it goes into mono. So normally I just use Logic's utility for that, and possibly Ozone if I'm that far into a mix that I'm really playing about with the stereo field and making sure that's solid before it's going away for mastering, or if I'm having to do a self master. But it's really nice to have the ability here to see how that's translating. So you've got your straight line running down the middle, shows you everything's going to be completely mono and thus mono compatible. In my case here, you can see a lot of fizzing off up here and a lot is fizzing off up here. If they were both on the same sides at the same height, that's when you're going to get cancellation. So it just gives you a quick indicator as to what's going on, which is nice to just be able to bring that up as well without having to open Ozone and set it up and whatnot. And Ozone's a pretty heavy plugin. I wouldn't then leave that on my mix either. So all round, it's a pretty solid plugin for a freebie. It's well worth going to grab, even just for the width thing. So I use the S1 all the time, pretty much for that feature, and that's giving you, from what I can hear, bang on what the S1 does anyway. So check out Auburn Sounds, go grab Panagement, it's well worth it. I've been Unders, thank you very much.